Welcome to another Cardano update. Like always, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts and if you want access to our Discord server where we try posting daily updates. Now, of course, there are days where we don't post anything because there's nothing going on. For example, today it's nothing happening. As you can see, we are just going sideways. So, of course, we're not gonna post a billion updates because I don't want to just repeat my updates every single day. Now, of course, I am doing that right now because there's nothing going on, but still I can at least give you an updated wave count, so I really hope you enjoyed this Cardano video. If you look at the 4-hour RSI, we have cooled off, which is very good. We are not overbought anymore. We are at an RSI of about 64, which is good because the price did not really go down here, but the RSI cooled off, so this is good. And this could be some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup, which means that the third wave should continue very soon. I think this is a third wave of the third wave up here, and yeah, it's only a matter of time until we start going up again, in my opinion. Now, there is another scenario on the chart which I don't really want to see, and that is that maybe this whole structure that we have on the chart is actually a WXY structure, and if that's the case, this could get very boring, and I don't think it will happen, but you never know. We never really got above this high right here, and until we get above this high right here, then that could also be a possibility, and that could put us at like 60 cents. But like I said, I don't really see that happening, especially not right now, when Bitcoin dominance is so close to getting rejected by the bull market support band and getting a big move to the downside. So yeah, I don't see this happening, but you never know. Now let's talk about the Elliot wave count again, in case you did not watch my previous videos. So after hitting the second wave move down right here, which is the second wave of a very large 1-2 setup, we managed to form a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup, and that completed a first wave move to the upside, which is the first wave move of the main third wave move to the upside of the 1-2 setup here. And right now we are in a second wave move down. The second wave move down could be in already. You could count this as an ABC structure. It looks complete. We almost got to the 0.382 extension right here, which was at about 72.7 cents. And yeah, this right here would have been a good time to buy. That's what the support zone is for. And there was even this support zone on the chart as well. And as you can see here, we have a 1-2 setup on the chart, and right now we are working on the third wave of this 1-2 setup. What are these 5 waves for right here? Well, they are here to be able to confirm that the second wave right here is in. So until we get 5 waves up, I cannot confirm that the second wave move down is in. However, if we get 5 waves up, and if we, let's say, get above this high right here, which is very likely to happen, then yeah, you could say that the second wave move down is already in, but we still need to get 5 waves up anyways. And these 5 waves will actually complete a first wave move to the upside, which will be the first wave of the third wave right here, and this is the third wave of this 1-2 setup, and the third wave of a very large third wave right here. And I'm expecting this to end by, let's say, February of this year. Well, not February, the end of February. And yeah, I'm expecting this to happen very soon. I think it has already started, but of course this is not enough. We need way more than this to be able to confirm that a third wave is actually happening. Like I said, we need a break above, let's say, $1.33. And my next target for this third wave right here is the 200% extension of the 1-2 setup that we have on the chart. And that is at $1.30. Now, of course, we could overextend to the 2.272 extension, which is at $1.40, or maybe even the 2618 extension, which is at $1.54, but the minimum target is this right here. And also, you can expect there to be a lot of resistance at this level, which is at $1.17. This is also the B wave high right here, and also if you zoom out on this chart, $1.17 is actually a very important level because, as you can see, during the previous bull market, for example, it was actually very difficult to get above that level. We stayed in this range right here between, let's say, 97 cents and $1.50 for a very long time. And also, while this was also where the previous stop of 2018 topped. And yeah, you can expect there to be a lot of resistance here between $1.40 or so and let's say $1. So yeah, this is why we got rejected right here. But keep in mind, we got rejected by the 0.618 extension of the previous all-time high, just like we did in the previous cycle up here. So we are still on track. I still think that Cardano will get to all-time highs very soon, and I would not be shocked if Cardano was above $3 by the end of February. And yeah, I know that sounds crazy, but I think it's possible, especially if Bitcoin dominance starts going down right now. Now, speaking of Bitcoin dominance, let's move on to this chart. So, I mean, we still have to wait a couple of days. It hasn't been 48 days since the cross. Now, in case you did not watch my previous videos, I suggest watching them because they have important information in them. I don't always talk about the same things, but I always talk about Bitcoin dominance because what's happening right now is obviously very important, so we need to talk about it. So basically, we had a cross on the bull market support band, I believe about 45 days ago, maybe 44 days ago. And why am I expecting Bitcoin dominance to start dropping soon? Well, because in the previous cycle, for example, after we had a cross on the bull market support band, it took about 49 days for Bitcoin dominance to finally start dropping. And we did the exact same thing in 2016 as well. We had a cross on the bull market support band, and here it took about 49 days for Bitcoin dominance to finally start dropping and to start the altcoin season. So I believe we are just copying what we did in the previous two cycles, and so far we are. I mean, we even got rejected by the 0.618 extension of the previous high and the bear market low, like we got in the previous cycle as well. So things are looking very similar. We even topped at a similar point in the cycle. Now this top right here was actually 2 months earlier than this top, so I will not be shocked if this move right here also happened 2 months earlier. As you can see, this move right here actually started in March of 2021. However, in this cycle it actually looks like it will start in January. So yeah, we are 2 months earlier, which means that there's also the possibility that the altcoins and Bitcoin somehow manage to top by September of 2025 rather than November of 2025 like everybody is expecting it to. Now I also want to look at what Bitcoin is doing because this is also important. So let's first start with the weekly chart. As you can see on the RSI, we actually used the moving average on the weekly RSI to get a bounce, and right now, of course, Bitcoin is going up, but it's not going up as much as the altcoins and as much as Ethereum because Bitcoin dominance is actually going down right now. But even then, I'm still expecting Bitcoin to be at $255,000 by the end of November of this year. And yeah, that prediction has not changed. I've read a comment yesterday, I believe, that asked me why I believe Bitcoin has already topped, and I looked at that comment and I just face-palmed because I never said that Bitcoin has already topped. I've always said that Bitcoin will most likely get to about $255,000 by the end of the cycle, and that has not really changed. Now, let's also look at the monthly chart. The monthly chart is also looking quite well. As you can see, we are overbought, but this does not look like a top to me. So yeah, no, I don't think we have topped. I don't think we are nowhere near close to topping, especially if you look at the RSI and you compare this move right here to what we got in the previous 3 cycles. I mean, this right here looks like a joke and it does not look like a top. So again, we have not topped. I've never said that we have topped. Now keep in mind, we still need a 5th wave move to the upside, and there's also the potential that this 4th wave move to the downside turns into an ABC structure and we get to like $82,000. I don't want to see that happen, but it is possible. Now keep in mind, if that happens, it should not affect the altcoin market because I'm expecting Bitcoin dominance to start going down soon. So I don't think it's likely for this to happen, but you never know. And yeah, Cardano is still looking good. As you can see, we are still above the bull market support band. The bull market support band keeps going up, which is good. We are not overbought on the daily chart anymore like we were up here, for example, which means that we could continue going up right now. Also, we got above the moving average on the daily RSI, and this is actually very bullish because after we got above the moving average, we actually started going up a lot. So the fact that we stayed above it is obviously very good. And the daily chart is looking extremely well right now. It does not look like it will start going down anytime soon. The weekly RSI is also looking very nice. As you can see, we used the moving average to get a bounce, and I did tell you that it's possible for us to do that, and we did start doing that, so we'll see if this turns into an ABC structure or not. Me personally, I don't think it will do that, but you never know. Keep in mind, we are still doing what we did in the previous cycle. After getting a 1-2 setup like we got right here in this cycle, we went up in November. Here in the previous cycle, we went up about 100%, and this cycle we went up about 300%. And then we went sideways in December, just like we did right now. And what you know, we started going up in January in the previous cycle, and during January, Cardano went up about 132%. Right now, Cardano, I believe, is up about 30% so far, and I believe it will continue going up for the rest of the month. And I think the altcoin season is just getting started. We have not had an altcoin season yet, obviously. I mean, if you look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, can you really tell me where the altcoin season is right here? I cannot really see it, so yeah, unless you got some kind of magic ball that you can use to see an altcoin season here, I cannot see it, so yeah, and keep in mind, I still believe we'll break all-time highs very soon. The main third wave move to the upside right here should ideally get to at least $2.98, which is the 200% extension of this 1-2 setup. But I could see it go way above that, because in the previous cycle, I mean the third wave got to the 1618 extension of the previous all-time high right here, so it's very likely that we do the exact same thing in this cycle, because we have been copying what we did right here. I mean, I've already talked about this multiple times, so yeah, I'm not gonna go into it too much. I hope you understand what I'm saying, and no, I don't believe Cardano will get to 20 cents, like a comment was saying the other day. I think that's just idiotic right now, and yeah, I believe Cardano will continue going up for the rest of 2025, and that's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts, and if you want access to our Discord server. Like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.